Right, good morning guys. It's actually quite a nice day. It's a little bit breezy and the sun is coming and going. There's a few big clouds out there, but you know, it's cool. So back out, trying to see what wildlife I can get. Some birds in flight as we've been trying. Just to kind of clarify that the camera is actually doing the best it can, I think now. I just don't want to send it in if I don't have to. And you know, I think just doing that, it makes it worthwhile. You know, at the end of the day, you know, if my camera goes in, unless I start claiming on insurance, asking for, you know, because it's broken or whatever, it's just a claim on the insurance I don't really want to do. So at the moment, don't really need it 100%, but you know, work is starting to come back in. So, and I've got a couple of things booked already. So, you know, it's a case of, do I really need to? That's the question. So, just going to keep on snapping. Typical, the sun's literally just gone. That's a big cloud, I think. But yeah, so anyway, we are heading to where the lakes were and the beaches the other day. Slowly, by the looks of it. And you get these morons too, basically like, you're not overtaking me because I'm slow and I'm annoying. Yeah, okay, so whatever. But anyway, I shall see you at the beach, and hopefully it's a bit sunnier there. Right, I'm here guys. So what I'm going to do is, it's bloody windy actually, so birds are flying around, seagulls especially, so if anything we'll get them. There's some more birds down that way as well. I saw a swan. I've got the 100 to 400 at the moment. I'm probably going to stick on the 2x converter as well, see how that actually goes. But we'll start off with the new settings that I've tried. What was a reed warbler? Shutter speeds are way too slow. So we shall see what we've got. So sticking around the 4,000th of a second shutter speed area. It's bright enough, ISO 400. So we shall see what we can capture today. Oh, gooses. Holding on, seems to be. Shame they didn't land on the lake though. Anyway, I don't know what the tide's doing, I've not even looked. So let's have a quick look through the viewfinder and see what we have. Good images there, I think. Let's go and have a nose. That's for sure. Morning. Tide's out. Tesla. So Teslas are more common than my car, I think. Oh, we've had some high waves then, because this has moved right back. Wow. If you see the next line, that's where the stones were the other week. What the hell? That's bonkers. That's the erosion for you guys. It shows you, look. expect the lorries will be along today. I've got a seagull there. All these pots here look quite cool. Whoa, where do you go? Bloody hell, speed! Oh, here we go. That's bonkers. Look, geese over there, flying away. Whoa! It's definitely fresh, guys. Definitely fresh. There's 4 geese just buggered off over that way. Ooh. Definitely fresh. Something big over that way. I tell you, the speed these birds are flying today, once they get with the wind, is mental. So we should try a bit of tracking. Try a little bit of tracking, see how that works. Woo! It's definitely fresh, guys. Don't know if you can even hear me. I might have to even voice over on this. It's interesting, that's for sure. Oh, seagull. Where's he flying? Don't know. Bought a little bit of bird seed because there's some ducks just down there. They always seem to be there, so I presume they get fed regularly. I don't know. They don't seem bothered about humans too much. And there goes the sunshine. And that's tracking really quite nicely. It's just a little box on the bird. Not hugely fast, obviously. Sharp. So let's try the 2x converter. Hopefully get a bit of sunshine back, but it's only behind one cloud, so it's not too bad. Let's try that, so I'll be back in a sec. Right, so 2x converter on this time. But what I'm going to have to do now to get that sort of shutter speeds is probably shoot at 1000 ISO or more, maybe. We shall see. Let's see how this performs. It could be interesting. Rig right out to sea, a couple of other boats. Fishing boat, well, take the sunglasses up out of the way because you can't bloody see otherwise. Bloody hell, the amount of fish, birds or fish, the amount of birds flying behind that boat is nuts. It's like 100 seagulls just behind that boat out to sea, just right in the distance there. Probably trimming their fish up, whatever, lobbing the bits back in the sea, so, or the guts. So let's try and get that rig out there. Lock straight on. very hazy though. Video. For example, if I zoom in now on that bug, if I can, get in quick enough. Yeah, how sharp is it going to be on the back of this? Can I read his stickers quite clearly? I don't know. Yes, I can. So it focuses pretty quickly. I mean, it was on. I mean, considering I wasn't focused on anything, you know, and he was what, good 150, 200 meters away. So. Which way they're going? They're going inland. Looks like let's get the windmill in distance. Some sunlight, please. That's the only downer. You know, I had to wait then for the sun to really come out to really bother. But this first sunlight makes all the difference. We know the light, good light makes a photo amazing and magical compared to a photo that's got rubbish light. So in theory, what's the point of taking it? If it's cloudy now, for a moment, I'm sure the wind should blow in. Get these clouds bugger off, and we've got a nice gap. So yeah, I mean, just a case of waiting and being patient. Wildlife photography, I know that you've got to be very patient. And I've just stood here, not in the ideal clothing. I'm wearing black, so I stick out like a sore thumb. Luckily, this little river here and the reeds and everything give me a little bit of a barrier, and they're not that bothered. So you know, even having other birds and stuff nearby, they're not too bothered at all. So and they're kind of used to cars and things. So you know, it is what it is. Bit of sunlight, come on. Woohoo! Oh. Don't think we're going to get him somehow. Oh yeah, right there. That worked just as a rear end shot. Pretty good actually. I think. Difficult to tell because you're zooming in on a. What have we got here? Like something coming towards us. Stay on him would be handy, Stuart. So I'm impressed with that, I think. And that was 2,500 per second. I'm shooting down at ISO 500, crank up to 800, and I'm still getting 2,500 of a second. I need some closer birds though, really. Cruising through, but I can't see him because he's the other side of the reeds. Let's come up. Oh, we had him then. Through the reeds. Let's got him again. Ah! that goes in behind the dark bit. That's pretty cool. Right, I'm going to grab a drink, grab a snack, and carry on snapping. I shall see you guys in a little bit for some of the actual images. So don't forget to click the subscribe button and the little notification bell as well, that'd be amazing. Any thoughts on this? If you've got the same issue, as quite a few people obviously said they've got the same issue, some of their cameras have gone for repair. My hit rate seems to be pretty good now, and you know, it's that moment, isn't it? Do I send it away for 2 weeks, a month? I don't know how long they're going to take, you know, just to be on the safe side. And you know, but I don't know, like I say, I might just wait a little while longer, keep testing it, keep snapping away anyway, going out and enjoying myself, trying to get some shots. Hunted there, couldn't see. Where are they? Oh, they've gone there. Again, the lights are very. It's gone again. So, yeah, at the moment it's a bit hit and miss with the light. So that's the annoying bit. Anyway, I'm going to eat some food. So you can see that vehicle straight in front of me. I'm parked. Well, I'm about two meters off the road, and that vehicle up in front. There's a big lay-by right next to it as well. And they are a good 50 centimetres or so, maybe more. Well, I can say half the car width on the road and off the road. Plenty of room, and the bump. Look at this. I suppose no one's tooted them actually. Dippies. I haven't actually got a clue. Hello, Mr. Ducks. Just waiting for two vehicles to come each way and have to do a bit of a evasive manoeuvre. It's worrying, isn't it, how people even get a licence sometimes. So as you can see here, bird in the reeds, 800mm plus a bit of cropping in. Always, if you're sitting in the car having some food, always keep your camera next to you, because if I hadn't, it would have been in the boot and I would never have got these shots. It was about 25 metres away on the other side of the little stream river thing into the reeds, and the light was changing a little bit, so some look a little bit more warm, some don't look as warm because obviously if the clouds went in. But yeah, really pleased I got the shots. Almost like paintings actually, the way the reeds and everything blur off in the background. But yeah, really worthwhile, and very pleased that I actually got these photos. It took about 30 in total. The first couple are out of focus until I swapped to small flexible spots, so I could actually really pinpoint on the bird, where I'd been sort of wide tracking and things like that. So yeah, really worth just adjusting your autofocus points. But yeah, anyway, back to the video. Oh, a couple of geese. What are they doing? Are they landing? Stay with them, Stu. I can't bloody keep up with them. Okay, that'd be interesting. There was a full pan from over to the left there, left of that van, to the right, to the reeds. So that'd be interesting to see what the hit rate was at. That's at 800mm at 2.5 thousandths of a second shutter speed. So that's an interesting one. And I had the lens on mode 2, which is obviously ideal for panning. So that's cool. Hopefully we've got a shot, or 7, or 10. Don't know. Be interesting to see the outcome hit rate actually. Okay. So with these shots here, or this shot rather, most of them actually weren't particularly good. Don't really know why. The shutter speed was good. I just don't think I was hitting him in the right spot quite. I can't even remember what I was in focus points wise. You know, it just for some reason just didn't really like it. Maybe I had the lens on mode 1 instead of 2. I can't really remember, but for some reason it had, out of about 60 shots, I had I think about 5 or 6 which were okay. This one probably being the best. but a lot of them actually I did miss because I wasn't panning quick enough with them to stay in shot as well. So some of those were missed shots in general as well. So but yeah, other than that, it performed really, really well. So anyway, let's keep looking and seeing what else I got up to. Oh, there's a egret. I'll snap a shot from here because otherwise he'll freak out the hell. It's locked onto him. Let's get a bit closer. Cool thing about it is we're sort of way out of their scared zone. You know? With 800mm I can actually get relatively close. Just need that sunlight to come back, it'd be nice. God's sake. There's a moorhen, I think, or a coot, one of the two. Kind of stuck up here at the moment because I can't really get down there very easily without walking all the way down there or back on myself. What we'll do here is a bit of video as the lights are a bit rubbish, and what's he do? Walk straight behind the... Oh no, he's coming back. I'll tell you what, the stabilisation is really twitchy. At sort of 1200mm, because I've got it on crop mode at 800, so that's quite interesting. You can see it's like, whoa! Bit of sunlight again. Bloody hell, he's quick. And I don't think I've got any of that. Pretty sure that was terrible. Got him stationary nicely, and he's a lovely bird. Oh, did I? Not bad actually. Missed a couple, it hunted a little bit. Almost get a reflection on him. So this was a real challenge for me. 800mm, full frame, trying to keep up with a bird that had literally taken off, landed, and it's not actually that far away from me really when you've got 800mm, and it's quite a big bird. So as you'll see shortly on some of the photos, I've actually full framed him with no cropping, other than obviously once you look at this video you'll see obviously the top and the bottom kind of cut off very slightly due to the 16:9, but I was astounded how good and how quick it actually picked up on it, and that's with the 2x converter on, remember. So shooting at f11 all the time, and yeah, blown away by how quickly it was actually focusing. Not necessarily always that accurate, so I was flicking between zone and spot, or center, not spot, and also trying the tracking out as well. So some things worked better on some situations, some things work better on center, and some things work better on zone. Alright guys, hope you can see me from there. Yeah, not a bad go actually. Yeah, off the bat, pretty happy actually with how the camera performed with the 100-400, even with the 800mm. Yeah, so sorry about that guys, the battery ran out on my video glasses there, so I was just explaining basically I'm blown away by the difference in the A7R4 and the 100-400 even with the 2x converter on. Blown away by how quickly it's focusing, and also the way it was capturing birds in flight. I haven't been able to do that pretty much at all with the 200 to 600. Pretty well on the 100 to 400, but it still wasn't, you know, a very good hit rate at all. You're probably talking 30%. Now, I took, I think, 1,800 shots this day. Probably say 1,500 birds in flight, and yeah, it missed a few. We've got to remember, this isn't a Sony A1 or an A9. This is a 60 megapixel beast of a camera that is designed to do, you know, high-end, you know, advertising shots really. But the fact that it can do, you know, pretty much most of the things really, really well, and I'm blown away how good that is. I honestly could not get this kind of photography beforehand until I'd done that reinitialization last week. It's now a different camera. So if you have had any issues up to this point, try that a couple of times. I have done it twice. The first time didn't seem to improve it, so the second attempt has made this camera amazing, and I'm actually blown away by how good it is. Obviously from day one it's not been quite right, and you know, especially with the big lenses, so up to 600 millimeters or 400 millimeters, it's been a bit of a nightmare. But as you can see here, shots are sharp, and yeah, really, really cool. Having that, I'm actually really loving. It sounds silly, but even though it's an f11 lens when you've got a 2x converter on, I'm loving having 800 millimeters. It just, this extra reach is insane. And honestly, when people are asking me, oh, what's the autofocus like with the 2x converter on, I was actually getting probably a higher hit rate with the 2x converter on. I think it's because I'm actually closer to the subject that it actually found it very easy to lock on. And it was, I mean, this is full frame. I've not cropped this shot apart from 16:9 top and bottoms, but these are full images, and it literally took off in front of me. I aimed the camera as much as I could, and I even missed a couple because he was flying obviously relatively quickly, and even then obviously you can see it's gone out of frame slightly, it still held on. So blown away, absolutely blown away. You know, this is, even though I've had the camera a couple of years now, it wasn't like this at all. And many people who I know very well, other photographers who've known the situation I've been in, including Nick and a few other people, have had the A7R4 and they sold their first one, have actually gone back to it and actually got a much better version. There's no issues at all. So there is definitely something going on with the sensor, and if a reinitialization can fix it, I mean, that duck's doing about 60 miles an hour past me and I managed to get a shot like that. I'm really happy. Really, really, really happy. So anyway guys, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Any questions about this, or obviously any of the other videos I've done, feel free to ask. Please comment below. Please click the like button. I know this video went on for quite a long time, but I just thought I'd show you how it went, and I'm actually blown away with happiness actually that I now have a camera that can actually do wildlife photography really quite well. So anyway, on to the portraits now. So we're going to go and do some photo shoots soon. There will be some videos up very soon with those, and you'll be able to see if there'll be any differences between having a portrait lens on and the wildlife lens. See if there's been any improvements with that as well. So yes, anyway, I shall see you soon guys. Take care.